faster, couldn't quite get under the 2:20 mark as she almost kind of staggers around that corner there. She's so tired now, but that won't matter here. Takes that one a bit wider, has to do this little loop there.
That's
so
cruel.
tough, isn't it?
That's
and then
really
back up
cruel.
the hill. This is just to get the right distance so you can finish in Victoria Square.
So there you go. She is gone. She must be approaching 600 metres to go now. She's been through 800 metres to go, and the chase group, Vindex 12, they've only just gone through the 40k marker. That margin has almost grown to 5 minutes, 4:56. Huge winning margin. And there's still a bounce there. There's still a spring there, even at this stage, even after all of those ups and downs and twists and turns have taken the sting out of her legs, which will be stinging really hard. Now, she won't care.
Well, Alisa Vainio, the last hill up, and then it'll level out a little bit to the finish line. She'll be able to hear the announcers there. I'm sure she's going to hear the crowd cheering her. The bells are ringing. This has been such an impressive performance on a course like this. That's got to be worth 3 or 4 minutes quicker on a fast course. She's going to be heading for a championship record, the quickest ever marathon, women's marathon in the European Championships. She's also going to be heading for the biggest ever winning margin. It's going to be approaching 5 minutes by the time she gets to the finish line. The Finns are going to be absolutely delighted. Never headed, gun to take, set her stall out early, wasn't frightened of the course despite everything that it held, the undulations, the twists, the turns, the numerous laps, all of which would test the best marathon runners in the world, but she stood up to that test brilliantly today. Absolutely phenomenal. Wonderful marathon action, so economical, and it's hardly changed. Full of admiration for the performance of Alisa Vainio. Finland have got themselves a great new champion here, great new prospect, somebody who I'm sure we're going to see more of on the world circuit, perhaps in a marathon major somewhere soon. But today she can enjoy this glorious moment as the Finnish flags are flying for a brilliant victory for Alisa Vainio. She takes the gold medal. Looks as though she's been for a Sunday morning run. Hasn't changed her cadence, hasn't changed her look, hasn't changed her expression, but she's now a European champion and has set the new championship record. In fact, has smashed the old record. And just watch that clock keep ticking for the next few minutes before we see the next medalist come in. Brilliant.
That's setting another record, isn't it? As that clock ticks, she'll be setting that record for the margin of victory, and for the first time we see a smile on her face. She hasn't even allowed herself much of a smile, much emotion at all to show while she was out there. But as one Vainio got wiped from the record books last night by Andres Almgren in the 10K. She's put herself up there, and I think that one's going to stand for a good long while to come. Championship races often don't produce fast times, and she only produced it today because she went out there and put in all of that hard work early on.
It's hard, you can't kind of say, okay, this course is worth 2, 3, 4 minutes. What do you reckon? I mean, it's a good few minutes, surely.
Yes, I mean, the counter argument is there's as much downhill as uphill in it because it's a loop course. So as much as the hills take it out of you there, they give it back on the downhills. But then you haven't been out there and actually run around it, because it does take a toll on your body, and it has decimated the field behind her. And I think that's the more impressive thing in this race, is just how much she has decimated a good quality field. It's not the strongest ever field, but it is a good quality field out there. And look, she'll be all wrapped up. She might even have done doping control by the time the second place comes in.
You think you didn't dope? No.
Phenomenal performance from Alisa Vainio. What I loved about it, you know, she had no doubts right from the start about herself, about her opponents, about the course. I had one plan: I'm going to go out, run as hard as I can, keep going. at a tough pace. So the question mark is who's going to finish second? Well, I think that one's answered now because